Hello guys, welcome to Coding Cafe. My name is Muhammad Ali, and in this video tutorial you will learn how to download and install Flutter and how to configure Flutter with our Android Studio for creating Flutter projects. So for that, first of all, go to google.com and here you can just type Flutter. And here you will see this one, which is flutter.dev. Just click on it and it will redirect you to this page, okay, which is, you can see it here. Here you will see this button which says get started. Just click on it and then click on Windows operating system, I mean this Windows button which you can see here, this one, in order to install it on our Windows 10. Okay, so just click on Windows and here you will see this get the Flutter SDK. So just click on it. Let's just download this. So here you can see the download has been started successfully. It will take some time, 10 to 12 minutes according to your internet speed. So here you can see the download has been completed successfully. Now let's just come here. It is downloaded here. Okay, you will get a file like this, which is a zip file basically. Now you can just cut this file from here and then go to the C drive, and inside the C drive you can just paste it, okay, inside this C drive. So paste that file here, continue. This is the file. Now you can just right click on it and extract here. So it will extract all the files that it contains, which is basically this Flutter SDK, software development kit for developing Flutter applications for the Android and iOS. So let's just wait for it. So it has been extracted successfully here. Now you can just delete the zip file if you want. Okay, we do not need that anymore. This is the Flutter SDK which we just extracted here. Now the next step is to set the path for our this Flutter SDK. So here you can see, just double click on this Flutter folder, go inside that, and here we will have this bin folder. And then here you can just copy this path, which is c/flutter/bin. Just copy it, Control C. Okay, and now inside the search you can just search for environment variables, which is basically this one, edit the system environment variables. Just click on it and then you will see a window like this, and then click on this environment variables. Okay, and here you will see this path. Double click on this path. Okay, this pop-up window will appear, and then you can just click on new and then paste the path here, which is this one. Okay, then press OK, press OK, press OK, and that's it. Open browser and here go to the Google, and here you can simply write Android Studio and click enter, and you can see this first link, which is download Android Studio and SDK tools. Click on it and here you can see this is download Android Studio. Okay, so you can simply click here and you simply click on this I have read and agree with the above terms and condition, and you can see this download Android Studio for Windows. Click on it and you can see that the download box appears, so where you want to install it, so you can simply install that. So I will install it inside the downloads folder in my PC. So click OK and then click on that. So if I show you, then you can see that the Android Studio .x file is now going to download, and it will take 10 to 15 minutes, okay, depending upon your internet speed. So please wait for it. So you can see that the file is downloaded successfully. Now you can simply go to that folder where you install this Android Studio.x file, which is this one. Okay, you can see that. So now double click on this and you can see that welcome to Android Studio setup. Click next, and make sure to uncheck this Android virtual device. We will install it once we install the Android Studio, and that is the reason that most people commit during downloading and installing the Android Studio, and then their Android Studio do not work properly. So make sure to uncheck this and now click on next, and then click on next, and now click on this install and wait for it. It will take some time. So you can see that it is completed now. Now you can simply click on this next, and you can see that start Android Studio, click finish. And you can simply click on this do not import settings. Click OK. It says welcome, and now click on next, and here click select this standard. Okay, you can see that it is selected, and click next, and now here is the interface. I love this one, so I will choose this one, and now click on next, and make sure that you have not select this Android virtual device. Okay, we are not going to install this virtual device from here. Okay, so make sure to uncheck this. If this is selected, then uncheck this. So now let's click on next and click finish. So we have to wait for it. So it will took time. You have to be patient for it. Okay, and you can also click on this show details, so it will show you the details of the installations, that which components are installing now. Okay, so you have to wait for it. See that the setup is complete successfully, and now click on. Now once this type of screen, or you can say this type of window, appears in front of you, it means that the Android Studio has been installed successfully in your computer or laptop. So the next step is to configure our Android Studio with the Flutter. So for that, here you can see we have this configure button, or you can say this one. Okay, just click on this configure and click on plugins, and now here you can just type here Flutter. You must, I mean, your computer or laptop must be connected to the internet. Okay, so here you can see after writing Flutter, you will see this one. Okay, Flutter, and just click on install, accept, yes. So it is now installing the Flutter plugins, and they say now to restart the IDE. So let's just click on it and restart the Android Studio. So the Android Studio is now restarting, and here now you will see they start a new Flutter project. So the next step is to start a new Flutter project. Let's just click on start a new Flutter project. So make sure to select Flutter application and click next, and this is the project name, whatever the name you want to give to your app. So let's just give it Flutter underscore my app, and make sure to give the project name in small English alphabets. Now this is the Flutter SDK path. Now here we have to tell the Android Studio our Flutter SDK path. I mean the folder that we extracted here in our C drive, which is basically Flutter. Okay, so well, you can just click here and then C drive, and inside the C drive we have this Flutter. So just click on this, select this Flutter, and then press OK, and it get the path here. You can see it. Now this is our project location, which means where we want to save our this Flutter app or this Flutter project, which is we are creating by the name Flutter underscore my app. So it will be saved here inside the C drive. Inside the C drive we have users folder, then inside users we have coding cafe, which is in your case your username will be, let's say your name is John, so here will be written like John, and then Android Studio projects. So inside the Android Studio projects our this project will be stored. So yeah, let's just click next, and then Now here you can set your package name. So let's just change this package name to com dot. You can write your name here. That is, let's say Muhammad Ali. Com dot Muhammad Ali dot Flutter my app. Okay, and then click finish. So it is going to create our first Flutter project by the name Flutter underscore my app. So here you can see our project has been created now, and let's just finish it the indexing. Welcome to Flutter, sounds good. So anyways, our project has been launched successfully. Here you can see it. Now the one more plugin that we will be needing is we can just click here on this help and click on this find action, and then just simply write here inside this search plugin, and you will see this plugins. Just click on plugins and we need to search, and that plugin is for the by the name block code generator. This one, block code generator. Okay, then click on install, and here it displays the description, that is why we are installing this plugin for the block pattern basically. So once it is installed, you can just restart the IDE and we are good to go. So this is our Flutter underscore my app first Flutter project, and this is the lib folder, which contains basically our source file where we create our files by the extension dot dot. Since you know that we develop Flutter application using the dot programming language, so by default whenever you create a brand new Flutter project, it has this main dot dot file where some testing code is written. Okay, it will be written like that. And I mean, the last step is to just confirm that Flutter is, installed and working successfully in our this machine. So for that, you can just go to the command prompt. Open the command prompt, and here you can just type Flutter and then press enter. And yeah, everything is okay. If you see things like that, then it means that Flutter has been installed successfully and it is working fine. Also run another command, which is flutter doctor, flutter doctor, then press enter. So everything is good. There are one issue, which is Android toolchain developed for. Okay, so all you're gonna need is just copy this command which says flutter doctor android lessons. Okay, so it has lessons issues, so you can just paste that command here and then press enter, and it will fix this issue. Here you can see it. Right Y, it says that review license that have not been accepted. Okay, so it not accepted the android license, so you just type Y in order to accept it and press enter. Okay, for accept, write Y and press enter, then again Y, enter, accept all these, accept, and yeah, all SDK package licenses accepted. Now if you run again the flutter doctor command, then here you will see that that issue has been solved successfully. Okay, here you can see it. Now the last thing is the connected device, an emulator or your real Android phone. So this is not an issue. Basically we are good to go. So you can just close the command prompt, and now the last step is finally to create an Android emulator. So here you will see this in order to test our application. So here you will see this icon which says AVD manager. Just click on it, create virtual device, and from here you can choose any device you want to create. I'm going to go with the Pixel XL, extra large. Okay, and then click next, and from here you can choose first of all, in your case, if you have download and install the Android Studio, then here all will be downloaded. Okay, downloaded will be written like this. You can download this Oreo 26 API level, or also you can go with the 25. In my case, I downloaded the API level 25, which is this one. Okay, then select once you download this, then you can just select this one and then press next and then click finish, and it is going to create an Android virtual device, which you will see now. And here you can see it is now created successfully. Let's just run it by this button. But before doing that, I mean, how you will run the application here using the Android Studio from here. Whenever you create a new project, here you will see this thing, which is no devices. Okay, for the first time it is nothing, but anyways, by default it select the Pixel XL API 25, the emulator that we just created. So you can just directly click on this run button, which will directly open the Pixel emulator and launch the install the application on it. Or you can also just run the emulator from here first. Here you can see it starting AVD, which is launching the emulator. And here you can see it, this is our emulator. And now you can close this window. So once this is started successfully, I mean this emulator, then we can just test our first application. So the emulator is launched successfully. Now let's just click on this run button, and it is, you can see, launching. Okay, now it is going to install our first Flutter application on our this Android emulator. Now one thing which I need to mention here is that here you need to be patient, because for the first time when you run the application on the, install the application on the emulator, here you can see running Gradle task. It will took some times, that is 6 to 7 minutes. Okay, so please be patient and wait for it. So here we go. Congratulations, we have successfully downloaded and installed Flutter, and also we configured our Android Studio with the Flutter SDK, and now also we have developed our first, we have run successfully our first Flutter project. Here you can see it. So yeah, that's it for this video, and see you guys in the next video. Bye for now.